What up, what up, what up, people? What's good? Salute, salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics, comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. We're a niche channel. And reserved for the best is super dope. I do sell comics. Check me out on Instagram at @6_element_comics. Yeah, because comic books are the sixth element of hip hop. What up, y'all? Sixth element. We got intros popping in at crazy times. It's a block party. What's going down? Nah, we just chilling. Stu Dog, what's good, my brother?
I'm chilling right now on a holiday. You know what I mean?
It's
Cooking my
Labor
food on the
Day.
grill. I was out there sweating like a pig in a Chinese restaurant, but we got it done. We got it done.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's one of those days where we can work if we want to, or kick it if we, just chill if we want to. Yeah.
It's kind of. I figured it's kind of late. Everybody's in chill mode. We knock something out for about an hour. See where our fans, see where their minds is at. See where they is at. Talk a little comics, talk a little hip hop. Matter of fact, speaking of comics, I want to throw something out there for them. I've been reading a lot of Flash. Yeah, for the audience. I've been reading a lot of Flash. And then Saturday we just had this big discussion that went off track about Spider-Man and Batman.
The Rogues Gallery.
Good, though. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good.
Great.
We went from, yeah, it was great, but we just went off. We went way off track. But that was just all of us nerding out. But I've been reading Flash lately. I've been reading a lot of Flash, and I've been reading about a lot of like Flash's rogues, and to try to clear up some misconception people have between Flash, Reverse Flash, and Zoom, because that can be kind of confusing. But it's not really their identities that, because this is where DC messes up. When you read about them, they kind of, if you don't read the comic, you think Flash, Reverse Flash are the same person, but they're not. When you read the comics, they distinctively let you know that they're different, that they're two different people.
Isn't Eobard Thawne and Barry Allen?
Eobard Thawne is different than Hunter Zolomon. Yeah, they're two different people. Zolomon is different than Thawne, and Thawne, they're two different people. But if you read like Wikipedia or whatever, they don't do that. They don't try to tell you that. They if you read it, because I went through Wikipedia and I said, yo, why they make it seem like they're the same, but they're not. In the comics, and I was just reading a comic, a Flash comic, and Zoom was in there describing the difference between them that you can tell the most is how they move with the Speed Force. So like Flash and all speedsters, most speedsters, they draw their powers from the Speed Force. But Hunter Zolomon, he alters time relative to himself and manipulates the speed at which time flows around him. So with every step that he takes, he uses time to control his personal timeline. He creates a powerful sonic booms that works in reverse. So when he's going slow, time is going fast. When he's going fast, time is going slow. And that's the difference between them. So
and how can this involve our audience?
Well, I'm about to get to that. He's not actually moving as fast as you think he is. He's just altering time. Whereas in Reverse Flash, when he moves so fast that his feet never touch the ground. So he can't alter time like Zoom can. And then you got Flash, who just draws directly from the Speed Force, just like Reverse Flash, and he moves fast at a different rate. But Barry Allen, Wally West, and all of them, they all interact with the Speed Force differently. So my question to you, to the crowd is being as that Flash is a character that we all know and love, minus Ezra Miller's Flash. Which version of Flash do you like most, and what is the most amazing thing that you ever heard of or saw Flash do that still resonate in your mind today?
So what's the most amazing thing you ever saw Flash do?
Right. Or you ever read about, heard about, or that you just saw, read about, or heard about? And how do you think being in the Flash can move as fast as he can and all things? How do you think that he stands up against other heroes that are stronger than him, like Superman, Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman? Do you think that'd be a fair fight? Which is he
Mm-hmm.
just has super speed. He doesn't have super strength, just has super speed. What heroes do you think he could take out? What heroes do you think could take him out? That's the
That's a lot of
question.
questions. Let's narrow it down for them.
Yeah,
Let's give him.
that's all.
Let's give it to him. Let's give it to him. Let's give it to him. Real clear cut. So the question is, what heroes can? No. Break it down. What's the? My man said Grant Gustin. I think them fully showing his vibrational usage and able to know his timelines, worlds, multiverses is phenomenal. And your question, Stu, is what now?
What heroes do you think Flash
It
can
was like
take
three
out? And you think,
questions.
all right, first
First,
question.
it was
What heroes,
what
what
was the
heroes do you
craziest
think
thing you
Flash,
ever seen him do,
yeah, what's the
right?
craziest thing you ever seen Flash do or heard about? Like, what's one of the craziest things? Because I haven't read every Flash comic. And I read different things now and then, or see different things in comics now and then. Like I can tell you how I read one comic with Flash. Actually, I can give you one even better because we all probably saw this. How when you watch Injustice, in the Injustice comic, they did it in a video game. Flash runs around the world and then
Right,
comes up and punches you dead in the face.
right.
So now he's running either at the speed of light or faster than the speed of sound, and you get cold cocked
And you
in the
just run
face.
around the whole planet and come
He
back
run
and
around the
hit you
whole
from
planet and
behind.
come back. Now he can come back that fast. That's how fast it is. It's less than a second for him to go around the planet, come and then just catch you in the mouth.
That's crazy shit. Night Terror's Flash is a monster.
Yes, he
Night
is.
Terrors,
Yes, he
we be
is.
talking about it on DC Power Hour. Catch us, man. Don't forget. Come back on Saturday, DC Power Hour. We talk about Night Terrors for sure. We're gonna do some more reviews. Because that series is getting dope. Well, it's dope. It's been dope. But speaking, while you guys come up with answers to the question, we do have a little bit of news in the Marvel realm. We have the WandaVision spinoff, Agatha, getting a new title and release window. The according to the Hollywood Reporter, Marvel Studios has officially retitled the hotly anticipated Disney Plus spinoff series Agatha Darkhold Diaries. The show was originally announced in 2021 as Agatha House of Harkness, which sounded lame, and retitled Coven of Chaos in 2022. It sounded a little better, but still kind of cheesy. Before settling on its current title, Darkhold Diaries, which I think is way cooler, is definitely got a dope sort of dark spin to it. And the name change comes amid a massive calendar shuffle from Marvel's upcoming slate of television series, which has gone nuts, and they've actually cut some of the shows out that we've anticipated. Some crazy shit. But Agatha's been pushed from early 2024 to later 2024, and the ongoing, WGA and SAG after strikes, as well as Marvel's desire to make each of its titles an event, were listed for the reasons for the delay. But we never get anything solid from these guys. Slay said, "Hot damn, Stu got my wheels turning." We still waiting on some good Flash answers. Agatha coming back to Westview, the town where Scarlet Witch did her thizzle. Although the plot details for Agatha remain under wraps, the spinoff is expected to pick up after the events of the 2021 limited series WandaVision. You remember, Stu? That was we saw Scarlet Witch trap Harkness in her Agnes persona inside Westview, New Jersey, your hometown, alongside Han. There's several WandaVision cast members, including Deborah Jo Rupp as Sharon Davis, Mrs. Hart, and Emma Caulfield Ford as Sarah Proctor, Dottie Jones, respectively. David Payton, David Legal, Asif Ali, Amos Glick, Kate Forbes, Brian Blightman are also confirmed to return. So if you were fans of any of those guys, they're back. Fans should not expect a cameo from Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch, though, which I thought was like kind of the point. So I'm surprised that that's not going to happen. My man's young SC said the Flash, using his ability to absorb kinetic energy, pretty much puts everyone at a standstill. And even Superman says if he chooses to go all out, no one can touch him. That's a fact. Flash go to vibrating and uh doing his shit. He can do a lot of stuff. People think of the Flash, they just think, oh, he runs fast.
Right, he runs fast. Yeah, that's my whole point. Yeah,
Way more to it than that. He don't just run fast. He time travels and telewarps and he goes through all types of different uh multiverses and shit. Like his ability, the Speed Force, it's not just about moving fast. It definitely has a lot more. He can phase through walls and shit. If he focuses right. He said I read about the Flash out racing his own death, running back
well, yeah,
around and tapping Death on the shoulder like, "Hey, man, you got to catch me first." The Flash ran past Death and ended up in Marvel as a buried alien. Yeah, Flash evacuate a city in a millisecond, and the Speed Force wraps him in a barrier, in a way as well. Yeah, it does. He's got like a force field in it and everything. It's a lot more to the Flash than running fast.
yeah.
That's for
I
damn
read.
sure.
Now I got the idea because I was read Flash. I think it's 800 comic. I was just reading. There
Right.
was a bunch of villains, and they were sitting there talking about Flash and what he can do. But there was a new villain in town, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not worried about Flash. Flash, Flash. All he does is run fast." So it was like,
Yeah.
"Nah, he could do a little
No.
more than that." And they were breaking it down. So it was like Captain Cold. It was like the Rogues Gallery in like this bar, and then he was like, "Look,
Yeah.
you can't come to this town. Flash." So they, the guy wound up trying to commit a crime. Flash
Yeah.
him and made him apologize. It was embarrassed him, put him in jail. But they were, and then at the end, they were like, "Hey, we tried to tell him, like, look, you
So I
can't just
told
be
you.
running around here committing crimes. You gotta have a plan to stop the Flash, then commit your crime."
Right. Yeah. Cause
Now I read about that where he became omnipresent. That
yeah.
was
Mm,
that was one of the dopest things I had ever read. So that's when he was living between like time. So like he moved beyond time itself. So he was just like it's
right.
it's it's it's, it's wild, man. But they don't really present Flash like that, man, in the comics. You know what I mean? Or really show you how fast or how bad he really, how powerful he really is. The Thinker said, "I thought a million projections in a second, and the Flash was like I thought of 100 million and half that." That's true. That's true. That is true.
Yeah. Yeah. He
That's
uh
true.
he can think fast and run fast. He does everything fast, but fast ain't really the word. He transcends what we consider fast and goes into fucking different realms and shit. The
Right.
the Speaking of different realms, the Darkhold Diaries will also feature some new cast members. You got nobody really cool from the comics. Um but yeah, I mean that's just a little bit of news. I'm waiting for some X-Men news, obviously. Honestly, I really
Yeah. What's up with X-Men
but we
97?
don't
What's up with that, Reno?
X-Men 97 is coming. I mean, I don't know. I honestly I was excited about it, but stuff I've seen, it's not. I mean, it's not going to be anything like the original. So it'll be it is what it is. I mean, it'll still be cool, but when I look at Marvel's past record of animation and animated projects, they generally suck. DC is the one that really shines in animation. Marvel just didn't hasn't figured it out yet. They gotta go get Bruce Timm or something. But the potential's there because, like I said, man, that the first show was what made it great was it stuck to the comics, or at least it pulled the stories from the comics. Like when you watch the show, you could literally go like, okay, I see, I see what's going on. Like I remember that from the comics. Or if you were not into the comics yet, you could see stuff from the show and go like look for those comics and you would find them.
That's
So
true.
that's what's cool about that show, and I would love that's all I want. Like, as far as criteria, what do you want out of the new X-Men 97? Pull from the comics. That's all you got to do, guys. That's all you got to do. That's it.
Yeah, because like I was shocked when I see they had Mojo on there. Because when I first saw the show, I thought they was only gonna have just a regular X Men, the X Men Gold team, but nah, they had Bishop, Nimrod.
Oh yeah,
They went into outer space. They did the Phoenix
yeah.
Saga. They
Cable
did
was there. Yeah,
Cable. They did Mojo,
Corsair. Yeah, they
Horsehair. Yeah, like that blew me away.
Apocalypse and shit. That was my
Apocalypse. Yeah,
favorite shit. Yeah, no, that show really pulled from the comics. Like, it was not no Saturday morning made up shit. So that's what set that show apart, and that's the only thing that if you want to, like, what's the new one gonna be like? Is it gonna be like the other? It's not gonna be like the other. The only way it could be like the other one is if it pulls from the comics, because the animation is gonna be different. It's gonna be updated, hopefully. Because one thing about that show, the animation was not its fucking
no,
shining point.
no, not at all. It definitely
The, an-
wasn't a
the
shining point at all.
the art was cool. The art was great. The designs of the
Um,
characters, the drawings were great, but the actual animation of them was trash. Like
yeah,
the movements and
definitely.
shit, it was really bad.
Yeah.
But you didn't care because they pulled from the comics. It was great. Um, I want to do a
Hopefully,
big
they still.
show. Sorry, man. Go ahead.
No, no, nah. I'm hoping that they address that and they give us. I mean, like I said, you ain't got to give us top. You ain't got to give us the dopest stuff in the world, graphic wise. I mean, or art wise, but at least give us something that's like, at least up to the standard of like Cartoon Network, like Bleach or something like that, man. You can at least you got to hook us up because when you go back and look at it, the way it's drawn, it looks like I don't know, it looked like a kid drew it with advanced art skills. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. But I liked it. Though. I can't say anything bad.
Yeah, and shout out to Norin Rad in the building. Marvel Wolverine is Marvel's new Ghost Rider right now. Ghost Rider Wolverine. This is a controversial cover. I love it, man. I think it's great. It's everyone's like, oh, the cover's ugly, blah blah blah. It's supposed to be ugly. It's Frank Miller. Like, that's just a Frank Miller. If you're a fan of Frank Miller, if you're familiar with Frank Miller, his work. He did shit like Sin City and 300 and The Dark Knight. Um, Shogun, shit like that, or not Shogun. The fuck he did? What was it? I forget. But anyway, yeah, that's what's going on right now. And I want to.
Hmm. Wow. Don't know what happened to
Oh,
Rito. Should be right back.
my bad, man. I don't know what's going on with the camera. My bad. Shout out Original Origin. What's good? He said that's what the
Peace, original
Wolverine
origin.
should look. I
You
mean,
think
yeah,
so? You
Ronin.
think
Thank
Wolverine
you.
should look like that?
No, thank you, Young SC. That's not Shogun. It was Ronin. That's right. Frank Miller did Ronin. I'm looking up on my shelf because I have Ronin. I'm just trying to find, like, I have the hardcover and I'm trying to find it. And I couldn't see it because it's covered up by another book. Nah, I don't think that Wolverine should look like this. But in a way, but I mean, obviously that's, it's Frank Miller's stylized interpretation. And it's just cool because it's a variant cover. If you like that kind of shit, art. But there's a lot going on with the X-Men right now. The fall of X, for one thing. You've got X-Men Immortal, and then Dark X-Men. But it's all this. It's all fall of X. You see the fall of X on everything? That
Yeah.
fall. So
I'm
Dawn of
I'm glad
X,
they came out. You know what would be dope? If they did those stories for X-Men 97. If they just started knocking those
right.
out,
Well, that's why
bringing those to the Disney joint.
yeah, that's what I'm about to get at. Uncanny Avengers. So you see Fall of X, and then over here you see Who Are the Gods. and it's GODS with periods between each letter. You can't really see on camera, but this is Jonathan Hickman's brain baby, just like House of X, Powers of X, just like Dawn of X, all the mutant shit since he took over would be like my like perfect fucking X-Men 97 would be if it covered the Dawn of X, Krakoa, shit,
I got
Arakko,
you, man. Because
Ten of
if you
Swords.
do
It
it,
would be fucking dope.
yeah, I figure in if they did it in the anime, you could do it right before Hollywood gets it and kills it.
Hmm.
That would be my take on it. Because once Hollywood gets it, they're gonna warp the storyline. They're gonna add some stuff in there that's just not relevant to the story or some things that they kind of hit like right on something, then they shoot far right to something else. But if we get it in a cartoon version, I think it'd be dope. They'll hit the nail on the head.
Oh yeah, yeah. That Wolf and Cub is one of my shits too. Shogun
Oh, they
Assassin.
oh,
You
Wolf and
remember?
Cub. I own those.
Yeah.
That's called something else in America. It's called Wolf and
Hmm.
Cub in China and Japan, but it's called over here. It's called
Let me see if I
I
got my.
think it's Shogun something. I think it's Shogun Assassin. Yeah, Shogun Assassin. Yeah, I own those joints. I own that whole series.
Yeah.
I own all them. I own
Yeah.
all
That's
them joints.
the
Five Deadly Venoms. I own all them joints.
the Shaw Brothers movies.
Oh yeah, I made sure I got those when they start bringing
Yeah.
them out on Blu-ray and DVD. Well,
Yeah.
I made sure I picked them up.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been having them shit. I remember we had the VHSs of them shits because we used to take we used to take all the Wu-Tang albums down to this fucking little hole in the wall video specialty video store called Renaissance Video. Shout out Renaissance Video in Sarasota, Florida. I don't know if they're still there, but they had all this niche shit, like all these cult movies and just weird, offbeat shit that you won't find at like, Blockbuster and shit like that. And you could go in there, we would go in there with and put the radio on the fucking counter and press play on the tape and play the clip from whatever Wu-Tang album and be like, what is this from? And he'd be like, oh, that's fucking da 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 da. And we
Nah,
fucking
stop.
get, swear to
Hold on,
God,
I got you.
that's how
Hold
we
on.
fucking that's how we back in '93. That's how we fucking found out what was what, man. Um, yeah, bro, that was the shit. The Marvels, the highly anticipated Marvel movies, the follow up to the WandaVision. So we got the Agatha, and then we got the Marvels, Ms. Marvel, Secret Invasion, and for good measure, Captain Marvel. But that's also part of the MCU's most exciting subgenre, the team up movie, which Thor Ragnarok and all of that. But I think the runtime has been revealed. While the Marvels may spot 3 times as the heroes as Captain Marvel, the time you spend in the theater could be significantly shorter. According to this leaker, said that the Marvels is only an hour and 38 minutes. So that's like an
Wow.
hour and a half movie. Yeah. So then we have like the leaker also said that the MCU has like a movie called The Incredible Hulk and Thor.
I heard about that, but I don't know
Yeah,
how true that is.
yeah, it's just like
But
yeah, I don't think
remember at
it's
the
real.
I think it was the last Comic Con or something. Mark Rufio was at. He did say they had something with the Hulk coming up that's going to be big.
Yeah.
He just never said what. He never went into it. He just said, "Trust me, they got something with the Hawk that's coming up."
Ironheart
And we
got
was like,
pulled.
"All right,
Yeah,
okay,
Ironheart's been
thank you,
dropped.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you,
Because why?
thank you."
It sucked. It wasn't
It
any
did,
good. It
it didn't
wasn't gonna be
represent it
good.
the way it was. Yeah,
No,
it
that
really
wasn't
wasn't.
good. No.
It wasn't
Ironheart.
good at all.
Yeah, it was dropped from the 2023 slate with the SAG after strike being contributing factors in the decision. And the decision to delay the show was due to the strikes, even though filming is complete. It's like another Batgirl. The show's done, but they're just not going to put it out. Ironheart off the table. And then there's only 2 television series left, and that's Loki season 2 and What If season 2, which I'm super excited about. Because What If season 1 was one of the best things that we had out of the whole
It
Disney
was.
Plus MCU shit.
It was, Reno. I agree. It really was. It was ultra original. It was super dope, and the story that they put with it, it just made sense because it had
Mm-hmm.
something to do with what was already going on in their cinematic universe, which made it even better. So
Exactly. Exactly.
you
Did you
know,
just go get
what you know
something?
about
Did you
what
just
you
go
know
get us a
about
treat?
this?
Let's go throw the
What you know
5
about
deadly
this?
venoms. Blah.
Dang. Ooh. Hold up.
I wish I had my fucking VHS collection.
Wow.
Blah.
Look at this.
Return of the 5 deadly venoms.
Then we gonna go boom bye.
The man with the
Golden
golden arm.
kid with the golden arms. The kid with the golden arms. Check
Kid with
that
the
out.
golden arms.
Then you got wow.
Chinese Super
Chinese
Ninja.
Super Ninjas, which is actually supposed to be part 2 to 5 Deadly Venoms, but they never tell you that. You gotta be a real fan to know that. Sklunk, wow. Chinese Super Ninjas.
Chinese Super Ninjas.
Now hold up, this is don't laugh. This is really a
Don't
blast from
lie.
the past right here. This next one. All right, let's go to show you how deep. Sklunk, wow, and it's a bootleg. Look at
Wait,
that.
Unmasked Avenger? The Masked Avengers?
Yeah, yes sir,
Oh
and it's
shit.
a bootleg.
What do you
Look at
mean?
that. Look at
That's
that,
the
and it's a
shit.
bootleg. This is
That's
a
the shit.
bootleg. Look at
See how
that.
you got the thin? Yeah.
Yeah, this how the bootlegs
Yeah, you
came
know
back
you
in the
got it
day.
off the corner. That's right. With the
Yeah, look at
Sharpie.
that. Look. Somebody wrote it in with the Sharpie and all that.
Oh
Look.
yeah. Dog, I used to sell those.
Yeah. Well, you
Oh
know that.
yeah.
Look, here's the difference. Check out the difference.
Oh yeah. I used to sell CDs,
Oh,
DVDs. I used to make bank,
yeah.
dog. I used to come in with
Yeah.
300-400 a night just on my little scooter and shit. Yeah.
Keeping it a buck though, if you couldn't get, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. The bootleggers saved our lives because we couldn't get these on disc, and at one
Nope.
point they phased out all the tapes, so we had to get it on disc. So when you found
Mhm.
a bootlegger that had all these, you just scrapped them all. He give you like 5 for 20. You know what I mean? Or something like that. And we just knocked these joints out. I had the whole collection. But they make them on Blu-ray now. If I can get them on Blu-ray, I'm gonna get them.
Yeah. Yeah. Blu-ray is the way to go.
Blu-ray is the way. Yeah, I need that. But I don't know, Reno, because I like the graininess. Like when you watch them, they got like a certain graininess to them that's like,
I mean,
I don't know. It's the way it looks. Like
if
it
you
looks like that.
yeah, if
You know
you
what I
can
mean?
get that for me, I mean, it's something about that VHS.
Right.
The
That
way it,
look. Yeah, the way
yeah.
it looks. I know what you mean. That's how these look when you play them, Reno. This is how they
Mhm.
look. When I play them, they
Oh
look
yeah.
like that old, and I like
Yeah.
that, man. I like, but the sound quality is way better on the disc than it ever was on
On
the
the
tape.
Blu-ray, it's like good sound quality, but you still get that because it's still old. It's still an old film. You know what I
It
mean? They
is. It
they
really
still use
is.
that
Yeah,
cheap
it's got
ass
to be
camera.
remastered.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they
made
had an
it.
eight
That was
millimeter
great.
camera. Remember all the
Mhm.
cameras were 8 millimeter back then. That was top of the line.
Right.
Yeah, don't forget. I don't have 5 Elemental Ninjas. I don't have House of Trash. And I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Well, you don't have
Everybody's favorite.
Iron Fist. You don't have Wu-Tang versus Shaolin. Um,
No, I don't have. I could never find them, so I don't have those.
36
I do want them.
Chambers.
I had
Um,
30. I have 36 chambers. I had 36 chambers on
yeah,
VHS.
that's my
But I
favorite.
never.
36 Chambers is my
I could
favorite.
never find. Now the one that I know everybody like, I just couldn't stand it. I don't know why, bro. It just. I don't know. Maybe it grossed me out. Was Flying Guillotine.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Everybody talk about Flying
Little flying
Guillotine.
guillotine chops off your fucking head.
Yeah, Wu Tang borrowed a lot of stuff from Flying Guillotines. A lot of
But that was
stuff
RZA's
came from
shit.
Flying Guillotines. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
couldn't get with it, man. I don't know what it was about it.
Somebody
I
just
don't. I
sent me
don't.
that today. That's
The
crazy.
Flying
Who just
Guillotines, the
sent me?
joint.
Yeah, somebody just sent me the fucking interview with RZA talking about flying guillotine today.
Yeah, everybody love. I
It's
never really
funny.
liked Flying Guillotines like
Trying
that,
to
man.
find
I
it.
don't know why. I
Nah.
just couldn't get with it.
I
Nah,
mean,
man.
you know,
I watched it. It just didn't do it for me. Like everybody else was like, "Yo, Flying Guillotine." Yeah. Like Five Fingers of Death, that did it for me. I like that one. That was my joint.
well,
I like the
flying
Five Fingers.
guillotine is it's silly. The fucking weapon is silly. It's a long ass rope, and they throw it like 100 feet, and it's got a
Yeah,
fucking
it's got a
hat
bag
on it
with a
with a thing that
yeah with
comes
it
down and then
and chops your
chops your
head
head
off.
off, and he pulls it off. It's stupid, but but it was cool the way they did it, and it was just like, oh shit,
Yeah,
one armed
like in
swordsman.
Like
Yeah,
in one of the
and then you got
what was the
Jackie
one
Chan, Police Story. That's a
police
classic. That's
story?
Jackie Chan.
What
That's
was the one Reno where the dude I think it was Flying Guillotines where he chopped the dude neck off. He chopped his head off and he was like, I always wanted to hear a sound like that. Like
oh yeah,
whistling wind. Yeah. Was
that's
that
from
I,
Shogun Assassin.
was that
That's
Shogun
from
Assassin? All right.
yeah.
Yeah. That was hot. Shogun Assassin was hot.
That's my
That's one of my
favorite.
favorites. Yeah, that's one of my
Shogun
favorites.
Assassin is my favorite, and then my favorite like Shaw Brothers, Gordon Liu, is definitely 36 Chambers. That was dope. So in 36 Chambers, he's got so he's a monk and he goes to the temple and they've got 35 chambers, 35 physical tests that they gotta do. Like one of them will be like carrying buckets of water with knives attached to their arm. That if the buckets fall, the knife will go into their rib cage and kill them and shit. So they gotta carry the buckets of water up the stairs, up and down the stairs, shit like that. And each chamber was a different thing. Like you know, uh,
That was 36 chambers, right?
yeah, and then yeah, and so like the main character wants to create a new chamber, and it's just dope. It's dope.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I never saw 36 chambers until I got older and I owned a VHS. Because every time it would come on TV, I would miss it, and I would be hot about that. I'd be like, "Damn!" Like all my boys get like, "Yo, you see 36 chambers?" I'm like, "No, I missed it." And
Yeah, I
I
didn't see it on
finally decided.
TV. I only
Yeah,
saw
I
it
saw it on
on
VHS.
VHS.
Yeah, that's the first time I saw it was on VHS. I went and rented that joint, watched it, and
Hmm.
I was blown away. I was like, "Yo, this is dope."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that was one of the ones we used to, like I said, because we, anytime, every time Wu Tang dropped a new shit, we would take the whole album into the tape store and sit there and play the shit for the guy, every clip, and he would tell us every fucking movie that it was. Um, even Ghostface, the movies that weren't Shaw Brother movies and shit like that, he would
Oh
still know
yeah,
that
he did.
shit.
The one he did was it's on the tip of my tongue. Uh, oh, that's the one where he was like, "Yo," he was like, "Willie told me to tell y'all be cool,
Oh yeah,
and he gonna be out real soon."
yeah,
That's the Miseducation of Sonny Carson.
Sonny Carson, yeah, Sonny
That's
Carson.
what that is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one. He pulled that off the shelf. That was like one of the most. You know what I'm saying? That shit blew me away that he had that tape. I was like, yo, that's when I knew that Renaissance Video was legit, bro. They had every fucking thing, dog. They had everything.
A nice little tidbit about the Miseducation of Sonny Carson. That movie, X
The
Clan,
education, Sonny Carson.
Lumumba from X Clan. That's his. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
his father or something like that. He's
Mm,
related. He's related to Sonny Carson. His name was Lumumba Carson. A lot
mm,
of people didn't pick that up until after he died. I watched an
right.
interview right before now, well, probably about 2 years before he died, where he admitted to that. He was like, "Yeah, he said my dad. I think Sonny Carson was his father, but he was related. I know he's related to Sonny Carson directly, because when you look
Right.
on the back of the credits for or you got a I don't know if you got an X Clan tape or anybody X Clan CD. His name
Mm-hmm.
is Lumumba Carson,
Mm-hmm.
Professor X, the overseer. He was related to Sonny Carson. And I never picked that up even back in the day when I listened. I had to, actually hear him say it to figure out that he was related to him.
Right. Yeah, because that was a true story.
Yeah, that was a true story. Yeah, he
Yeah.
even did. Ghost even had the fish that saved Pittsburgh. He even did that. He even put one of those snippets in his
Yeah, he
one of
had
his joints.
Carlito's Way. He had
Carlitos with Hero ain't nothing. Hero ain't nothing but
uh
a sandwich. He had that in there.
Usual
Usual
suspect.
suspects. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ghost had a lot. Ghost did a lot of joints, man.
yeah. That's my
Yeah, Ghost
guy.
Ghost knocked it out. Matter of
The
fact,
Bruce
Ghost just
Lee.
dropped the joint with he just dropped the joint with DJ Muggs. Matter of fact, I just listened to DJ Muggs' new Soul Assassin album, and it's dope. I give
Yeah,
it a dope. Yeah, I give it a
give it a
dope.
dope.
I give it a dope. Give it a dope. Cause it's got everybody on it. It's just everybody's on there. You got Slick Rick, you got Ghost, you got RZA, you got Boley James is on there. I mean the list just goes on and on. But
All star
check it out when you
cast.
guys. Yeah, when you guys get a chance, check it out. This is the first Soul Assassins album he's done in a while that just had it's already established artists. The last two that he did was like all new artists with a couple of guys mixed in like Coogee Rap, something like that. But or like Rock Marciano. But this is the first time I've seen him work with a lot of the hip hop pioneers in a long time since he did Soul Assassins 1 and 2.
That's dope. Watching the trailer for House of Lee.
Yo, can we show that? I heard
I
that
wish.
trailer's dope. We can?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, nah, because YouTube ain't letting me do shit.
Can we play it without the sound and just watch the
Nope,
no?
nope. Can't show nothing that got nothing from nobody ever. Huh.
Yeah, bro. Like it's like that for us.
Bro, the other day we had Gangstar video playing silently in the background and a small screen as we were all on the screen talking, and they fucking said that was a copyright infringement. I'm like, bro,
How other YouTubers?
how do you
How?
do
Right,
commentary videos? How do YouTubers do commentary videos where they're playing the
right.
video
I
and
don't
talking
get
about it?
that, man.
Why do they
I
get?
don't get that.
But you know what it is, man.
You know what? Because somebody just put up the
You
other
know
day. They
what it
put a
is.
Mortal Kombat trailer. Yeah, somebody put up the Mortal Kombat trailer with, and they were doing like they do reaction videos to that. How come they don't get flagged?
You know what it is, man.
And they do live ones. They do live ones. They do recorded ones. I don't get it.
You
I
get
don't
it. You get it.
Maybe you're right. I do get
You get it. You know what it is.
it.
Who is the cast of House of Lee? House of Lee coming out. Well, the trailer was released August 10th. Days before the 50th anniversary of Enter the Dragon and Hip Hop, both 1973. And the trailer has Bruce Lee, you know what I'm saying, with the little action sequence and like some psychedelic colors and stuff. It's not. It's going to be a more metaphysical type story, versus like the show Warrior or something like that he has, that he wrote. But this is something more spiritual, more metaphysical. Not really a lot's been revealed so far as the plot of this anime. It's called House of Lee. Bruce Lee is the main character. That's all we know. And that he is seeking to unite a group of dragon warriors to protect the world from darkness. Most of the plot is supposed to build on the legacy of Bruce Lee, and expand his work into the anime space with it's like a new fantasy genre. But his daughter, Shannon Lee, said that the show is inspired by one of his iconic quotes, which is those who are unaware they are walking through darkness will never seek the light. And that's a dope ass quote. And it reminds me of the Ghostface song, or the Wu-Tang song, rather, Walking Through the Darkness with Takeda and Ghostface. And those who are unaware they are walking through darkness will never seek the light. So if you don't know, you ignorant, right? You're not going to seek the knowledge or the truth.
That's true.
And that's the problem with ignorance. Yeah.
That's
That's the problem with ignorance. You ignorant, you don't know.
Yeah, that's 100. That's like what they say in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
Right.
Yeah. Or in a class full of F students, the D student shines the brightest.
Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of hard right there. That hit you hard right. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. That's street knowledge right there. That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah. So this show is created by his daughter, Shannon Lee, and is developed by Shibuya and Bruce Lee Entertainment. Shibuya does I think they do other anime shit, but the series is produced independently through a community campaign. Shannon Lee is also executive producer on the series Warrior that I mentioned earlier, which is based on a concept created by Bruce Lee that was the original idea for the show Kung Fu, what they did with David Carradine, was actually based on Bruce Lee's idea that the script that he wrote about a guy that comes to from China to the West, in the old West times, and like deals with a lot of the sort of discrimination and oppression that Chinese went through in that time, in that area, in that era. And in the 70s they weren't trying to do that shit, and they definitely weren't trying to have a Chinese guy as the lead for a TV show. And so that show idea got sort of stolen from him and turned into the show Kung Fu with the white dude David Carradine as the star. And it's just dope because now there's this show out called Warrior that's really directly based on the shit that Bruce Lee wrote in his fucking notes and shit. Nothing like the show Kung Fu. This is the shit that Bruce Lee wanted it to be. And it's a fucking pretty good show. The martial arts is phenomenal as far as like show, TV shows go, martial arts, it's up there, top notch. As it should be.
I can't wait for it, man. I really can't wait.
Oh, Warrior's been out, bro. It's like season, I think 5 now. Warrior 4. Yeah, the show Warrior has been out. That's a live action show. Yeah, Warrior been out.
Yeah, I've been checking Warrior out.
Yeah, but the anime.
Another thing we know we got to talk about. Well, not talk about, but just mention real quick. Blue Beetle passes 100 million globally.
Oh, what?
That's kind of like that's after they said they kept saying it was gonna be a flop.
Yeah.
But it
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you have the whole Latino aspect of the movie makes it special, makes it what it is. I mean, otherwise it's just another Ant-Man. You know what I mean? It's just another superhero movie. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I had no fucking doubts that it was gonna be wildly successful just because of that.
Nah, nobody did. It was like Barbie. Barbie was wildly successful. So the two wildly successful hottest movies this summer was Barbie and Blue Beetle. Go figure that.
Mm-hmm.
And not in a bad way either. I'm just saying, who would have known? Like we thought it would have been maybe, Flash would have did a little better. We thought Indiana Jones would have did a little better than what it did. But those movies, they blew everything else out of the water. So
yeah,
I can't wait to see Blue Beetle 2. Barbie 2, not so much. Blue Beetle 2, yes, sir, we can do that.
Blue Beetle 2.
Yeah, there'll definitely be a Blue Beetle 2.
Well, I mean, speaking of
the dope thing about Blue Beetle, is we don't. This is the first time we ever got to see the Scarab, because remember, and they even mentioned it in the movie. He was the first person to unlock it. It never activated for Ted Kord or Dan Garrett. They never could get it to unlock. They could study it, reverse engineer its technology, and that's how they were able to, build the things the gadgets that they had and things like that.
Right.
But the Scarab only reacted to Jaime and fused itself with him, which is what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to find a suitable host.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that's worth exploring in other movies. Why did it attach itself to Jaime? Why did Jaime be the one that it chose? Because it could have chose Garrett or Kord, and it didn't.
Well,
so that's a big question.
I think that they should keep the character and the actor and all of that and use it in James Gunn's thing, because it's not connected to the DCEU. It's not really connected to the Snyder movies or any of that in any meaningful way. I don't remember. Again, I don't really. Admittedly, I don't like have the movie memorized. I don't know scene for scene, but I don't remember it really talking about too much of the DCEU stuff in a way that it couldn't be explained in some way that he's still, or that he's in this new universe. And it's new enough and late enough and separated enough. I think that casual audiences and stuff won't be like, oh, what's this? It's still DC, and they'll be like, yeah, they're not going to even understand all this shit that we get.
Right.
You know, you know, casual people don't know about all that. They don't think about it.
They don't. No.
But yeah, the whole entertainment industry has been experiencing a creative crisis, but they have conditioned media art lovers to expect and crave content from comic books and video games and novels, and that's led to a lot of sequels and remakes and reboots, and you know what I'm saying, franchises and trilogies. And a lot of experts predicted that this would finally end this year's collection of failures. Projects like Barbie and Star Wars have definitely reaffirmed the viability of the tactic, but the latest, I think, reimagining will focus on how the legendary justice upholding cyborg that we all know and love as RoboCop is coming back, y'all, with a new sequel, a new reboot, a new RoboCop. Yes, it's coming. It's going down.
Cause the last one, now RoboCop is my man.
Dog.
So you really tell me, cause the last RoboCop was butt. I'm not gonna lie. Right
Fuck
now.
that one.
I'm gonna keep it 100. We didn't even see RoboCop to the end of the fucking movie. He cried the whole movie about being who the fuck. Let me sit. Let me ask y'all a question. Let's keep it fun. Who cries about being a cyborg? Like who sits there and thinks about the morality? What they make me RoboCop. I ain't gonna have no quarrels with. I'm be like, let's do it. You know what I mean? I'll be like, thank you for your cooperation. Or I'll shoot up criminals. I'll be everywhere. I ain't doing everything.
The new iteration, the new story of RoboCop, the reboot, is going to be the next adaptation. Is going to take on the tragic tale of retribution. It's called RoboCop Rogue City, and it's a video game that's going to let us use all kind of tools and yes, the Auto 9 hand cannon, all of that good shit. Yeah, the graphics look phenomenal. It's definitely a highly anticipated game. And it's based off the 1988 blockbuster Stu. So don't worry, it's not gonna be based off that booty RoboCop from like 2000 and what was it, 2016 or something like that. Not that one. Nah, we going back to 88.
I mean, he looked dope, but it just
looked dope. The all black with the red, with that, he looked cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
The movie looked cool. I'm not gonna front. The RoboCop movie looked cool. It looks really cool on Blu-ray, but it didn't have any of the feeling of the original whatsoever. But reboots rarely do. I like, I can't think of a lot of reboots where it's like, oh man, that was just as good, or that was better, or that was an improvement, or I'm glad they did that. It's always been like, oh yeah, okay, kind of reminded me of it.
It has. No, you're right. You're 100% right. That's what it's always been like. And that's because Hollywood just won't write a better story. So like when RoboCop 1 came out, it was good. RoboCop 2 was like a continuation of the story. It's a little weak, but it was still watchable. Still considered a classic. RoboCop 3, they gave him a jetpack. They get stop, let it go. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's it. We're done. He was in the sewer with a bunch of refugees. Let it go. There you go. We didn't like it.
Yeah, no, that was trash.
Yeah, definitely trash. Anything all right, my man?
Hang on, bro. I'll be right back. My
All right. Let us know in the comments what your favorite RoboCop movie was. And let us know because RoboCop is always that dude, man. Even KRS mentioned him in one of his songs. RoboCop is down with us. Yeah, we like that.
My bad, y'all. No worries. Yeah. It was cool.
Yeah. The Batman 2 has announced Robin.
Robin,
For
Clayface.
Batman, for the
Yeah.
Batman too. Yeah, Clayface, Robin. How that's gonna play out, I have no idea. Um, so I look forward to it. Yeah, because the Batman was good. So we'll
It's
see.
it's gonna be. It's not gonna be like the Boy Wonder, the dynamic duo running around fighting crime. It's gonna be a 13-year-old Dick Grayson. Raw talk. What's good?
What's going on, fellas? What's up, Reno? What's up, Stu?
Chilling, chilling.
Raw
Happy
talk. What's up?
happy Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day.
Word.
It's when
Peace,
we get
same
to
to
take a
you,
break,
man. Same
man.
to
We've
you.
been working all year, so come September, we don't really get a break because we got to run around, take our kids school shopping and all that. We did
Yep.
cookout. We don't really get
Yeah.
no break. They call it. They don't
Yeah.
call it Labor Day because we get a break. They call it Labor Day because we do more labor. We're laboring
It's
more.
the day we labor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the day
Dads
we labor
labor
more.
on Labor Day.
Yeah.
Facts indeed.
We chilling.
Or what's
But
up,
yeah, you know,
chat?
yeah.
Yeah, man, just
Um,
chilling.
Man, what's
Word.
good with you? How was your day, man? What'd you do today?
Running around.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's why
Running
I asked.
around.
That's exactly why I asked. I know you because you got a son, so I know you getting him ready for school. I know
Yeah,
you got. I know you
I
had to
got
do a
two of
few
them
things.
jokers. So yeah, running around with well, the day before was running around for him. Now it was just because my niece, she had a birthday, so it was running around. I had to be the grill master and doing all this other stuff. So it was just like one of those days. It was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Now
That's
it's
what's up.
winding down to my time, so
Mhm.
jumped on with you fellas.
All right, so
Well, yeah,
question,
man, we
quick
just was
question.
talking about
Got you.
the Batman 2 having Robin in it. And yeah, it's not gonna be like Robin as you know him as the crime fighting sidekick, because this is still Batman year 2, year 3. This is very early. Batman's still a young guy.
Yeah.
So Dick Grayson will appear as a, for whatever reason, Matt Reeves is gonna get out of here. Hey, go get the dog. My bad. So yeah, Dick Grayson, a 13-year-old Dick Grayson, will appear. We don't know in what capacity. You know what I'm saying? There will just be an appearance of Dick Grayson as a 13-year-old.
An orphan,
So
maybe.
yeah, so he's still. I don't think he's lost his parents yet. Because when Batman takes him in, I don't think he's 13. Is he? He's not that young. I don't think so. I don't think when he
so,
becomes
yeah.
Robin. I think he's like a. I
He's
thought
a
he was
teenager
older.
when he takes him in. Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought he was like 15 or 16 or 17 for some reason.
Probably by the end of the movie, he probably gets him. Maybe this is the movie that kills his parents.
I think this is the movie where they just sort of introduce him. I think in the third movie he'll be more active.
Okay.
Like kind of how they did with Joker in the last movie.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, though, that was just for no reason because Joker's not going to be the main villain in this movie. But I think he still may be. Hopefully, he'll be some sort of overarching big bad that will end up doing something in the third movie, with Robin. You know what I'm saying, and all of that. So, but this movie, Batman 2, we got the Clayface, which is for the first time. Yeah, so that's dope. Me and Stu been
Hopefully
talking
they
about
don't
that.
mess it up, man.
Yeah,
Clayface is one of my favorite. Is one of my favorite Batman villains. You know what I mean? And I hope they don't mess it up, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know which version of Clayface they got because you got different people that work Clayface, and he
Right.
had a daughter. So I'm just wondering which one they're gonna use, and if they're gonna represent him properly. That's my only thing.
Or maybe they do a twist on Clayface. Like Clayface is just like how the Riddler was a psychopathic killer, with a focus. Maybe this guy Clayface is at the end of his murder spree or people who he kills. He puts clay on their face or shape their face in disfigurement in clay or some, real world aspect to it.
He not gonna work. No.
Well, so it might be hard to capture a man who can morph his body into any shape. And I get what you mean. And especially in a movie that's supposed to be more grounded in
But see,
realism
that
per se.
came
But assuming that
right.
that is the preferred version of Clayface that the director will still be going for, because
Mhm.
still, there's a new report that indicated Batman 2 will bring the the quote unquote disturbing version or something, the disturbing Clayface. So I don't know what that means. That could
Clay.
mean a lot of things. It could mean, a heavy CGI Batman the animated series, big monster looking Clayface, which I hope it doesn't, because that's not going to really fit with that universe or that movie.
Yeah.
That
See, you
Seven
could
S
you could do what you could do.
style,
Like, let's say if you did
gangster, gritty.
let's say if you did say if
A
you did
Rocky
Matt Hagen,
Dennis version of
right? If you
Oh
did Matt
Lord,
Hagen, right? If you let's say if you did Matt Hagen,
Rocky
Matt
Dennis.
Hagen was taking this Hagen was taking this like this cream that he could put on his face and it would alter it, like he could alter his face with it. So
Yeah,
then he would use it to commit crimes. So like he can make
mhm.
himself look like one of us, go rob a bank without a mask, go around,
Yeah.
go around the corner, reshape his face, and the next thing you
That's
know,
what I.
Oh,
next thing,
that'd be dope.
right
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
now how he became more than that was the stuff he was using. They gave him an overdose of it. Criminals came, he owed them money, whatever. They gave him an overdose of it, and it
hmm
totally altered him to where
he just
he could
wow,
actually, yeah, he was all
whole
ugly and
body.
crazy, and then he just was
Mhm.
able to manipulate the clay in a way, more of a how can I put it, that through his mind, like it was just part of his body. It became part of
Mm,
his DNA. He used too much, and so after that, that's when it altered his mind too. He became a little crazy, a little psychotic. You know what I mean? He
okay.
started killing
I
people,
can see that.
because he wasn't a killer
Crazy.
before.
Dope.
The
Yeah, so we could do
rain.
that. Yeah, yeah. It depends on which one we do, because all right, you got Carlo, you got Hagen, you got Fuller.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's a bunch of different ones you can do. You got Molly.
The
Clayface had a daughter too, so it's
Yeah,
there's some stuff you
because
can
there's
do
been
with
a
it.
lot of different versions in the comics. A
Hmm.
lot of different characters. Originally, his origin in the comics is that he was an actor named Basil
Hmm.
Carlo, and Carlo
Yep.
finds out that he's being replaced in a remake of his most classic film, and so he goes on a killing spree, taking out everybody involved in the remake of his classic film. Some real Hollywood 1940s shit. But he takes on the moniker of Clayface with a costume that he used in a former film that he was in, in which he does the killings. And that, so it's like a really Hollywood movie fucking friendly story that I think I'm surprised they haven't used yet, but this would be the most logical version, I think, of Clayface that Matt Reeves could bring in for this particular movie. We already saw the darker nature of the Riddler, as just a serial killer, and so Basil Carlo would still be that serial killer level, because this movies, remember, these movies are kind of like Seven meets Batman. You know what I mean? It meets
Yeah, it's a
so
noir type deal. It's
yeah,
Right, right.
murder
And you can do
mystery.
it. Right. And you can do it. Like you can pull it
yeah.
off. You can literally
Yeah.
pull it off. You just
Well, the
got to do it the
second
right way.
version that might be, you've got the bigger fan favorite is Matt Hagen, who
Man, Hagen.
became right. He was a treasure diver who finds a pool of protoplasm and transforms him into Clayface.
Mhm.
But he has to return to the pool to regenerate his powers.
Mhm.
And the other version that began to hit fans with the show, the Batman the Animated Series,
Yeah.
returns Hagen to his actor origins. So he's an actor again,
Yes.
uh,
Yeah.
and he uses that cream that Stu's talking about called Renew You, developed by fellow Batman baddie Ronald Daggett. So the cream, which also reminds me of the Catwoman with Halle Berry movie, where
Yeah.
they've got the shit. But yeah, the cream can transform Hagen's face into anybody, and he uses it to set up Bruce Wayne. But the cream becomes like an addicting thing
Addiction.
to
Yeah,
him. He's
you
like,
started getting addicted
yeah,
to it. Yeah.
yeah, he's like a real junkie for it and shit. And then Daggett attempts to kill Hagen after their business dealings go sour, and feeds him a big overdose of it. And then that sort of makes it combined with his DNA and makes him become this big blob creature that can turn into anything he imagines. But that's a little too much, I think, for this movie, for this universe. But the other versions of Clayface in the comics are comprised of either Hagen or Carlo's versions. A lot of them take on the skin degenerative diseases that are hidden by armor, like Preston Payne, or their versions like Clay Thing, who can also morph in, its whole body. But I think we would assume like that Matt Reeves would bring in the Basil Carlo, allowing the murders to occur like they did in the comics, making him a nice target for that version of Batman that Robert Pattinson is particularly playing in these movies. We could see the Matt Hagen version being able to transform, but that might be a bit too unbelievable because nothing in the first movie was anything like that. It was just very much just people, normal people. Either way, we hope that I think this I don't know, this very first live action version of Clayface is going to be good, and I think it's the right movie for it. Because if it was any other movie, I'd be worried that it would just be too like hokey or unbelievable. Yeah. But like I don't know. Yeah, I feel like this particular universe, this particular movie, this particular filmmaker, it might actually be fucking cool. And still, Mr. Freeze, I want to see that done right too, because unfortunately Arnold Schwarzenegger was the only version that we've ever had. But it would be nice to get that done.
Be somebody real sinister.
Mm-hmm.
Misunderstood but sinister.
Yeah, and like older.
Yeah.
Because Freeze ain't no spring chicken. That's true.
Yeah. Right. But Freeze is just like he's totally misunderstood. He just loves his wife, and he's trying to save her, and then all of a sudden, and then he goes crazy when she's destroyed. She's killed. What I mean? And he loses it.
Yeah.
I like Freeze. Freeze is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, Freeze is
Batman.
Yeah.
I like all of the guys from the '66 Batman series.
Oh yeah,
King Tut. They should do Egghead. King Tut, Egghead. Yeah, they were made specifically.
Mad Hatter.
They were.
I'm surprised they didn't do the Mad Hatter. Like he's just like a
That would have been good to do. Right. That would have been good to do for a second villain. Jervis Tech. That would have been really good.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You gotta get somebody short to play him because he's a shorter fella.
Yeah. And if you have Joker, like Joker being a big baddie would be cool. And it'd be cool if they, I don't know if they have I don't recall them going into like his real origin of the Joker. His, like, imagine he was related to the people who built Arkham Asylum, like another family that's connected. You know what I mean?
Who, Joker?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
That would be sick if they would have tied.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Made Joker?
Yeah, because he always escapes Arkham. Like, how? Because he knows all the codes. He knows everything about it because his family built it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That'd be crazy.
That's something.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. We got that would be sick. And we got some cool shit coming up though. Another thing is that Green Lantern show that I'm excited about for the DCU. That's something we've yet to have a decent anything live action is Green Lantern. We have not had no good Green Lantern live action anything. And the Lanterns TV series definitely is gonna be dope because it gives you like it'll allow for the whole Green Lantern core instead of just one guy, you know what I'm saying? Because it'll be a whole show. The TV format, you know what I'm saying, will allow for more exploration of the Green Lantern mythos and lore and all of the cool shit, Oa and all of that. Incorporate more iconic storylines and stuff from the comics and develop character origins in a way that a movie just can't do, in 10 minutes. The show. No, what?
No, I was just getting ready to say you wasn't finished. My fault. Because I was thinking about that guy Diggle, from the what's his name, Biggle or Diggle, from the Arrowverse. He was supposed to have the
I
ring.
didn't watch that. I
Yeah,
didn't watch that.
he was supposed to be one of the guys that had the ring.
Hmm.
At some point, they were talking about with the CW. So I don't
Oh
know if they're gonna try to,
no,
merge.
this is
This
no,
is all,
this is it's Hal Jordan and John Stewart,
yeah.
the two
Okay.
of them. It's called the Green Lantern Corps. No, yeah, I think it's called yeah, I think it's called the Green Lantern Corps TV series. And it's been retooled for James Gunn's DC universe. With the series is now just called Lanterns. That's
Okay.
just the name. It's called Lanterns. And then now we've got but Nathan Fillion, the guy from Firefly and The Rookie, he's playing Guy Gardner in the Superman Legacy movie.
Okay.
The TV show is going to be the first major focus for the Green Lantern mythos, but we will see Guy Gardner, a Green Lantern, in the Superman movie first. But the fact that it's a TV show and not a movie, I think is for the best. You've got a lot of Green Lantern Corps stories, and the Green Lanterns aren't the only ring slingers. There's all other lanterns too, all kind of other colors. There's a whole lot of shit that people don't, a lot of casual fans have no idea about. And there's a lot of different members of the
True.
Corps with, yeah. And then but the planned main protagonist for the show is going to be Hal Jordan and John Stewart. So that's right there. That's 3 Green Lanterns that James Gunn is giving us for this universe. We're getting Guy Gardner, John Stewart, and Hal Jordan all in this universe. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if they're all going to be there at the same time, different timelines, different whatever. I don't know how that works. Not a super well versed in Green Lantern comics, but the it definitely creates a lot of reasons why I think this needs to be a TV show. There's just a lot of shit with Green Lanterns that a movie just can't do. That's why the movie was asked, because you can't fit all that shit in a movie and make it make sense.
True.
Yeah, Green Lantern Corps is massive. It's a huge group, of tens of thousands or whatever, hundreds of thousands or whatever.
Galactic police officers.
Yeah, of all different races, different alien races.
Or-
You've got the majority of the characters won't be focused on in the Lantern show, though. They'll have more of like a chance to do like cameos and different shit and different movies and stuff. That's one thing James Gunn's doing. He's we're gonna see a lot of characters in his movies. He likes to do that, is have ensemble movies with all types of characters, a lot of teams and a lot of characters and shit. And it'll be cool because usually typically in the past when we've had a Batman movie or a Superman movie or a Flash movie, that's the only character in it. They might talk about Batman in the Superman movie, or they might, Flash might walk up and say something in the Batman movie or whatever, but they're never fully part of the story. You know what I mean? It's always just about the one character, and that's not how comics are. That's not how comics are. Comics are not like that. When you read a comic, everybody's fucking involved. So yeah, giving Hal Jordan and John Stewart the same amount of focus is something that they'll be able to do with the show, whether they couldn't do in a movie. One of the criticisms of Hal Jordan ever since that he came back to life is that he takes the spotlight away from the other Green Lanterns, and Lanterns is meant to be a sort of like a buddy cop series with with him and John Stewart being just as main characters. And those are definitely the 2 most popular Green Lanterns, and so they'll have apparently equal status in the show. And again, it's a lot easier to do in a TV series than a movie. There's usually about 2.5 hours tops in a movie, and now the present day movie can be sort of juxtaposed within the origins of both characters, and they can sort of do all that shit in the show, and that would flesh them out in a way that a movie just can't do. And by the finale of the first season, we will really know Hal Jordan and John Stewart. People are going to understand and know these characters like they never have before. And that's why, man, I think shows are new. Like ever since Sopranos came out, bro, and they started doing shows with the quality of a fucking movie, movies became obsolete in my opinion. They're novelty items to me now. I would
Yeah.
much rather get into a good show. When I want to watch something, I don't go looking for a movie online. I go looking for a dope series to start because that's something I can sink my teeth into, and it's like a 10-hour movie. You know what I mean? It's 10 1-hour episodes or whatever, and that's just season one. So as a storyteller, as somebody who's a writer, somebody who's into stories and shit like that, man, it's just a better storytelling format. And I'm glad we're getting a lot of I'm glad that's part of their new whatever their new menu, right? Their new offerings is gonna be TV shows. Good TV shows though, not the shit we've been getting on Disney Plus, y'all. That's not what I'm talking about.
It's Disney Plus, man. They hit a miss, and when they miss hard, bro. Like, I mean, I don't understand what the problem
The
is.
shit come across cheap. It's
I don't
cheap.
understand, right? Cheap. I don't understand that shit, man. Like you
It's
talking
cheap
about
as
Disney,
fuck.
bro. They got money,
Yeah, you got
and they
money,
charging
bro.
us top dollar for this
Charging
streaming
us
service.
we paying top dollar for the
Right.
service.
Yeah. So,
I
bro,
mean,
what the
but
fuck?
it comes to the well is drive real creatives. Everybody's relying on some form of AI, which I mean you can use it for good or whatever, but some people are lazy, so they rather
Mhm.
lean on something. You know what I mean? So I think that's what's going on with Hollywood. They ran out of steam. Like there's so many stories you can tell the same type of outcome. You know what I mean? Like you'll have, if you look at all superhero movies, they all have the same outcome. The good guy wins at the end.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it takes you take risks when you say, hey, the good guy, why does he have to win all the time? Why don't he lose?
Right.
Build character.
Shit.
You know what I mean? And I think like wait,
Like Empire Strikes Back. Like
yeah,
Empire Strikes Back, they lost. They straight up
Well,
lost to Empire Strikes Back.
that's another thing that
yeah,
you can do. That's another thing you can do with a TV show that you can't do in a movie is you can let the good guy lose a couple times. And
yeah,
then, I mean, that the end of the episode, the end of the season, he might lose.
sure.
He might end by the finale of the show, but we can get some good stories of him fucking losing and, like you said, building character that you won't get in a movie.
And I think that's why horror flicks are so appealing, because it's not always a good guy winning; the bad guy wins in horror
Right.
flicks.
That's true.
And
Gangster
people come
movies.
out, so you look at it like, whoa, okay. Now you're wanting to see more of that movie because you want to know, when is the good guy going to win at this? This bad guy keeps killing, no one can stop him.
Right.
What's going on? We need to keep watching this.
Yeah.
So, but if you watch a movie where the good guy wins all the time, you're gonna like, okay, they're gonna win it somehow, some way. They're gonna win.
Yeah, and it's boring,
It's
man. You
boring,
already know. Yeah, you know what's gonna happen. I mean, it's not. There's no suspense behind it. But you have a show like Game of Thrones. I mean, that's a perfect example of your favorite character can be killed, and it's fine. The story can go on. The main guy can get his head chopped off at the end of the first fucking season.
Just like
And you be like,
Viking.
what the fuck?
Viking.
Yeah.
That series, one of the greatest series in my
Yeah,
opinion.
that was great. Yeah,
Yo,
Viking,
Viking was
phenomenal, bro.
Ragnar
Loki.
Lothbrok,
Yeah,
crazy.
Ragnar fucking who's your boy who's your boy fucking Ivar, bro.
Ivar, and then you
That
got
motherfucker there, bro.
Loki, Floki.
Floki.
Yeah,
Fucking,
he's
bro,
got,
Ivar was the craziest, bro. He
Yeah.
had no legs and shit. His
yeah,
legs
yeah.
fucked up.
He-
He's based on a real Viking, Ivar the Boneless.
Yeah,
A lot of them dudes was based on real Vikings.
yeah. And then you see that whole situation go down, how he wanted to conquer England and things of that nature, and he
You
died.
saw where they did take over France for a minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's real
yeah,
history.
yeah,
That happened.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is. Yeah, that did happen. Yeah,
And it's cool, and you can see that like, yeah, I like this movie. I
And
mean,
it's
you
the
know, I see
History
it as a
Channel.
movie. It's a long play series,
It's
but
a
it's like
long
a movie.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like yo, this is crazy.
That's
Yeah,
why I fuck with
it
them.
is.
And so yeah, man, more of that. You know, like Peacemaker was great.
yeah,
James Gunn's Peacemaker show was phenomenal. So yeah, more of that. I'm down, bro. I'm not worried at all.
yeah,
The shit. The only thing I'm worried about happening with this James Gunn DC is I'm worried about something going wrong where DC can't fund it or it ends up getting shut down or whatever. But
yeah,
as long as James Gunn has the fucking free reign and the budget to do what he wants to do, we're gonna get some quality shit.
yeah, yeah.
Cause you
Might
can
as
just
well.
you can I
Might as well.
mean look, go by track records. That's all we you know what I'm saying? Like what has he given us that's been trash? Watchmen, phenomenal.
Yeah, Watchmen was dope. I really
I
like.
mean,
Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, in my opinion, the best thing to come out of the MCU.
yeah,
Um, Suicide Squad, a vast improvement over the first movie.
mm,
Peacemaker, a great
yeah,
show with the quality of movies. And I'm not even a John Cena fan. I don't even, get down with John Cena movies or nothing like that. But that show, he was
Right.
he was hilarious, and it's all James Gunn.
yeah.
Yeah, he was. He
I'm
wrestling
not
again.
worried about it.
I guess he's trying to make some money, so he's wrestling.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
John.
Wrestling is making a big comeback or something. I think.
John Cena.
No wrestling.
Oh,
Like,
wrestling. Mm,
yeah.
Oh, it's no, with no good TV shows on, nobody doing it right. Yeah, wrestling is gonna make a good comeback. 'Cause that's all we got.
yeah.
Uh,
Right. Game shows,
right.
You know.
celebrity game shows.
Yeah, I don't watch any reality shows. I don't watch any game shows. I don't watch any fucking network TV shows. Nothing. If it ain't cable, if it ain't on premium, some type of streaming service or HBO or something like that,
Yeah,
I can't get into it. To me, it just looks cheap. I can't get into it.
mm, mm.
I can't.
Yeah, the reality
I've
shows that
tried.
they
I've
trying,
tried.
and that's all MTV shows, reality shows. Baby Mama 2, Teen Moms,
Yeah,
Jersey Shore,
yeah.
the reunion, Jersey Shore 40 and pushing it. I mean, come
Ever
on,
since
yo,
my wife
let
and I
it go.
split up, I have
Flavor
not
of
had to
love.
watch no more reality TV.
Mm.
Yeah, Flavor of
Hey.
Love, all that. I love
Did
it.
you guys happen to check out The Warrior?
Talking about the Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Based on his writings, y'all finished that out, or y'all seen that series?
Nah, we just was talking all about
No,
that
we
right
just
before
talking
you
about
came
it.
on.
Yeah, we just talking
Oh
about it
yeah,
before you came on.
yeah, man.
Yeah, the new season just dropped.
Yeah, it's real good, man. Trust me.
Yeah,
You
that
would
show's
really like it, man.
dope. Yeah, that show's dope
Very
as fuck.
dope.
Yes,
And
it's definitely
Shannon,
one of those.
she makes her appearance in there. What's his
Mhm.
dope?
Mhm.
Shorty.
Shannon Lee. She makes her appearance in there. It's pretty dope.
Oh,
I wish Brandon.
thank
I
you,
wish
Norman
Brandon
Rad.
was still
Thank
there.
you.
Oh yes, One Piece. Me and my son gotta finish
Oh,
it. I
One
keep.
Piece.
I'm so tired. I'm
One
going.
Piece. Yo,
Me and
One
my
Piece
son
was dope.
just started watching. Nah, the live action just came out.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
live action is dope. Yo, I was
Dope.
thoroughly surprised. Like
Very surprised.
I said, I was like, man, it's gonna be some cheap. Let me see. So I started watching.
Yeah.
Next thing I was like, hold up, wait, episode 2. Wait a minute, hold up. And I was like, yo,
Yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
fucking good because you know why?
it is.
Had a few.
Look. I mean, go back at like Death Note, like Tokyo Ghoul. Anytime you have Dragon Ball Z, anytime you have a live action adaptation of anime, it's always garbage because it never has the budget, or they have the wrong type of actors, or
Wrong
be in the
writers.
wrong language. It just
Yeah.
doesn't come across, and it's not successful. One Piece is in American English, which I'm sorry, that's the most successful way to do a movie. The cast is multicultural. It's not just Asian people, so it actually looks like the anime cartoon. It looks like what you saw when you watched the show,
Yeah.
and that is very important in an adaptation. And it's got like quality, or like, what do you like really good camera quality. It doesn't look cheap. Um, the shots, if you notice, if you watch this show, you're getting a lot of angles, a lot of like cool dynamic
Yeah,
camera shots, shit like that, and so it's not, again, it's not cheap. So it looks like there's money put into it, real good production behind it, man, and that's fucking rare
yeah,
for an anime adaptation. This might be the first anime adaptation of a shonen. Let's put it. Let me be clear. Of a shonen anime. All right. In other words, a shonen anime is stuff like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, stuff where it's mostly about fighting. Right. That's called a shonen, which means boy in Japanese. So it's like boy, like guy stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. One Piece. Not a fan of the anime. Like I not saying I don't like the anime, but I just never was a fan of it. I never watched it. There's like 1,000 episodes. I couldn't just start. Like I just like too much to get into. I was like, it's too much.
Oh, for One Piece, yeah, One
Yeah, I
Piece, yeah.
couldn't. It was too much.
We'll get here for about 2 days.
The actor who played Monkey Luffy,
Yeah,
yo,
he's
he's
killing.
really good. A good
He's
actor.
killing it.
He's makes me laugh. He's crazy. Like this,
Some good Mr. Fantastic action. Yeah.
yo, straight out with hardcore head. Like, wow, I'm like,
He said, "Gum gum."
come on,
Wow.
yo,
Mollywop that bitch.
yeah, crazy. But it's definitely the story. It keeps you going. He's like, I'm going
Well,
to be
King of the Pirates.
king of the pirates. I'm like, yo,
See, every episode, I guess.
Bobby, Buggy.
Yeah, Buggy's the last one I seen. The second episode. The first episode was the big fat queen chick. She got like poker cards.
Not Lavidia, or I forget her name.
I don't know, but she was the first villain. So each episode is gonna be like an arc from the anime. Like if you would have taken that episode and put it in the anime, it would be several, a ton of episodes all about the whole arc about that villain, that pirate that they went after or whatever. And they're cramming all that into one episode. So each episode is like an arc from the anime, and it's done really well. It doesn't seem rushed or anything like that. And like I said, not being a fan of the anime does not hurt me liking this show. Like you can like this show if you've never seen the anime or don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, there was another one. What was it? Another anime. What's his name? It was just on. I forget what it's called. It's Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah,
Not that one.
Cowboy Bebop.
Because
I like Cowboy Bebop, the anime, a lot, and I thought the show was I wasn't as mad at I wasn't as miffed as people were. People were like upset. I thought it was a pretty good adaptation. I thought they didn't like the main character. I thought he was a good Spike Spiegel.
No.
I don't know. I'm not sure what was bad about it to people. But
it's
an anime adaptation.
Ruined it.
It's gonna be shitty.
You know what ruined it for Cowboy Bebop? Is when you watch a Cowboy Bebop episode, it's like watching Law and Order, but it's got this funky jazz type vibe to it when they, when they do it. So it doesn't move as slow as long, but it kind of plays out like that. Because in the end, you find the person that you thought was doing it wasn't it, and then it's somebody else, and there's usually somebody crazy and off the wall, and then spiking them, chase them down, and they get in, they kill, and they always looking for money and food. So they never really touch on any of that. You know what I mean? Because it's like aspects like Peter Parker's always trying to pay his rent. That's what they're always trying to do. They're always trying to put fuel in the ship. You know what I mean? Expenses. Yeah. So they
I
never
love
touched
the
on any of that.
I love the anime.
Yeah, they never
But no, I
touched
mean,
on
I
any of that,
saw the character that they had. I saw the live action guy, the guy that plays him. I think I saw the intro, or maybe it was the first episode or something like that. But it seemed like a good adaptation. Not finishing the show or not really, watching it. I can't say if it was, close to the anime or what, but
And
apparently it was not.
The complete season of Cowboy Bebop. mean, the complete series of Cowboy Bebop is on sale on Amazon right now for $20, Blu-ray. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
get
it's a
you a
good.
watch
Yeah, it's a highly underrated show, man. It's
It
it's a
really is.
hidden gem. A lot of people don't know about it.
Samurai
Um,
Champloo was another one, a highly
Shampoo. Yeah.
underrated.
I think people hear the name Cowboy
That blew
Bebop
me away.
and they're like, "What's Cowboy Bebop?" I don't like cowboy shit. You know, they're not gonna get into it. Has nothing to do with cowboys. You know what I mean? Bebop
Cowboys are dope.
having to do with the jazz.
Yeah.
But some people might
Yeah.
not like it. They might not like westerns or
Yeah.
cowboys. But there's no cowboys in the show. It's just about some bounty hunters and shit like that in space.
Yeah, and that's what they are. You're right. They're space bounty
Yeah.
hunters. And
Yeah.
they doing anything. But it's
And
just
and,
like I said, it
and you
plays
hear
out like Law and
bebop
Order.
jazz playing in the background.
Yeah, in the background. Yeah. But when they did the actual live show, there was no mystery.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell
No
didn't get it.
mysteries. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
no mysteries. There was no
It goes to
Ghost
show
in the
that.
Show was hot.
It was a good
I
movie,
think
but
the
it
line
wasn't good.
dictated
It
the
wasn't
movie.
like the show. It
wasn't
didn't. It
the
didn't. It
show,
didn't
yeah.
match the anime. It wasn't like the
Now
anime.
that's like, yeah. Now the show for that is like
One
it's
Piece
like
is
a
a
cop
lot
show.
like
That's like
the
Hill
anime.
Street Blues.
Alchemist.
Yeah, that's like a Hill Street Blues type of cop show.
Yeah.
You know, Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell is a straight up cop drama in the future with futuristic cops. That's exactly what it is. It's a
Then you had
gritty cop show from the '60s, but in the future.
Cyber,
Like a 50s, 60s
cyberpunk.
type. Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
like
of
a
a lot
50s,
of shit
60s type
involved
of,
in Ghost in the
yeah,
Shell.
it's got a 50s,
Hackers.
60s vibe, but it's in the future, right?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
where they
it's
messed
super
up because they couldn't
futuristic.
pull that off.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Then the Full Metal Alchemist. That was
Yeah.
interesting.
Mhm.
But
Bleach,
It was, yeah.
Death
Bleach,
Note,
yeah.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Death Note, yeah. Tokyo Ghoul.
I'll tell you right
that-
now, Tokyo
Budget.
Ghoul is one of my favorite animes of all time. That's
Tokyo
hands
Is
down.
it really?
I
Hands
like
down.
what's her name?
It's
Mine would
fucking
be-
amazing.
Mine would be Outlaw Star. That was the hottest. That was the hottest anime I had ever seen in my life.
I like JoJo's Great Adventures.
JoJo.
Video.
Huh.
I played the video.
I never watched JoJo. I know of it, but I never
JoJo
watched
was
it.
dope. Yeah, JoJo was
I know
dope,
it.
but I like the video games more.
Yeah.
Yeah, live action Akira. I mean, a good old classic Akira.
Akira was dope. Did they ever do a live action Akira?
Oh,
I'm
Taika
sure.
Waititi.
Yeah,
I don't know
Taika.
about that guy.
I don't want to see anything from Taika Waititi.
Damn. Wow, y'all rough.
Yeah.
Man. Y'all rough audience, bro.
Yeah, I
Did
don't.
you see the last fucking thing he did?
Thor, man.
What even was that, bro? Like, what even? And if that's how your mind thinks, if that's the type of shit you think is fucking feasible to put out to the America and be like, this is fucking Thor, then you're an asshole, and I don't want to see your movies.
And then he wants to jump into Star Wars. I'm like, nah, man.
No. Yeah, we don't want you touching that, fam.
I'll be at his front door. I will travel
Yeah. When
to whoop
Taika
ass.
Waititi, when he start acting, it's like Taika Waititi acting is like somebody trying to rap but can't really rap. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's just like depending on what he's.
I
acting in,
never
stuff
seen
like
him
Star
act.
Wars. it
What does
don't
he
come
act
in
in?
Like
Oh,
I don't know.
he's in his own movies. He's in
his own movies, yeah.
he's in Thor. I think he's in the is he in Love and Thunder? No, he's in the other
No, he
one.
wasn't in Love and Thunder. He was in a couple other his movies, and then like just
He
his
was-
whole
he was
direction on
The
things.
other Thor, the one before that.
Yeah,
Ragnarok?
Yeah, he was in Ragnarok.
he was
Was
in
he?
Ragnarok. Yeah.
Mm.
The fuck who he was in that? And it was just brief.
Korg? He was Korg? Wait, was he? Oh, he was Korg? He was the voice of Korg?
Or something
Yeah,
like
he was
that.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
The big rock
Yeah.
guy, yeah.
yeah.
But he don't.
Yep,
His direction
right.
on things is just like his direction on things is just. It just escapes me most days, man. Like when you try to watch something he did or do, it's like you watching it and then you're like, all right, like where are we going? Like perfect example, when me and my wife seen Thor, Love and Thunder, she kept asking the question. She's like, "Is this supposed to be a comedy?" Like I was like, I guess.
Yeah.
And then it was just so comedic, and then it just got serious all of a sudden. It was just like,
Yeah.
wow. And
Out
then
the
you're
blue.
like, all right, yeah, out the blue. But before that, you got Thor, and then you had the Guardians. Like I think he was trying to do too much at one point.
He's
that
trying
he
to
thought,
do. He's trying to
Yeah,
be
his-
Guardians. He's
yeah.
trying to do what James Gunn did. He doesn't know how to fucking put
Nah.
comedy into it. He just overdoes it.
He does silliness.
Yeah, James Gunn does
Right,
it with
right,
fucking
yeah,
precision. It's placed at the
yeah.
right time. Comedy is all about timing. It's all about timing.
Yeah.
Like Jojo
Comedy is
Rabbit,
fucking
like
all about timing. So if you are
timing,
just
yeah.
throwing jokes in willy nilly, then it's not gonna hit. It's gonna be like, what even is that? It's gonna come
Yeah.
off corny and whack. Rap Master Dad and Suicide Squad. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just not a fan. I don't have no hate for the guy. He didn't hurt. He didn't
Yeah,
ruin
nobody,
anything that I
no,
love or anything. But
nobody's a fan of him on
honestly,
TV like that.
Love and Thunder was one of those movies I was anticipating so hard. Like the MCU like stuff wasn't doing kind of great, and I was like, man, nah, Love and Thunder is gonna be fucking the shit, bro. Because I was thinking there was gonna be like Beta Ray Bill,
Yeah.
and I just thought it was just gonna be dope, and it was just utter trash.
Well, he
I've
was
still not
in.
finished. I have not finished it. I maybe
He
watched
was in.
half an hour, maybe. Seriously, I got like 25
He was
minutes
in
in. I was
JoJo.
like,
He
I
was in
cannot.
Jojo
I
Rabbit.
can't.
Remember in Jojo Rabbit? He was Adolf Hitler in Jojo Rabbit.
Mhm.
So it's just like
The only good thing about Love and Thunder was the end credits.
Mm.
That
And,
was
and Christian Bale's
that's hard,
performance
man.
as Gore. Christian Bale did a great performance. He just it didn't land because it was opposite these goofballs,
yeah,
and he was trying to be serious,
like
and
the
he didn't
what
understand.
you should call it, like like, what the fuck? Why? Who is it? Screaming goat or some shit?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
A llama or some crazy shit. I'm like, what the
yeah.
fuck is this?
Yeah.
Nah, but another benefit of the format, man, of TV, is that there's time for other DC heroes to show up in the Green Lantern. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think James Gunn is really great at doing, is bringing in other characters and making it cool, making it make sense, making it satisfying, not just being a lame cameo that you're like, oh, look, that was such and such. Oh, did you see such and such? Like, nah, they really come in. They're really part of the story.
Mhm.
And you don't get that. Like, for some reason, superhero movies just don't do that, and well, in a movie period, it's hard to do. Because juggling the appearances and establishing the status quo of the Green Lantern Corps, and it's a criticism already being thrown at Superman Legacy, because it has so many cameo appearances. There's a lot of characters, a lot of superheroes are going to be in Superman Legacy, so it's very different from any superhero movie or Superman movie that we've had in the past. Because look back at Superman movies, they're typically about Superman and whatever villain he's dealing with. You generally don't see a lot from the rest of the DC roster.
Mhm.
That's true.
With a show,
That's
you know what I'm saying? With a show, we have these sequences can be fleshed out, you know what I'm saying, into more than just cameos. Instead of just being a cameo, we flesh it out into a whole episode about that guy or whatever. And without taking away too much from the main story or from the main stars, and it's still making part of the movie or the story, and it being making sense. And it'd be the best way to establish the Flash in the in this new DC universe, especially if Barry Allen, which is Hal Jordan's best friend, is the Flash and is not Ezra Miller. Okay, is going to be someone else. But Hal Jordan's best friend is Barry Allen. He's got to be involved. And it'd be an organic way to lead into other projects without being too, on the nose, too obvious. And you got like those police procedurals that Stu was talking about, Law and Order and Hill Street Blues. And you've got, the Green Lantern Corps being made up of space cops. Literally, they call them cops all the time in the comics. And Lanterns basically is going to be a police procedural, a police procedural mold. I don't know if you guys have seen True Detectives on HBO. Love that
Detectives
shit.
is my
Each season was a
my
different story, different actors.
yes.
Yeah.
That is my show right there,
Bro.
I love that.
The first one with
Oh,
Woody
that
and
hard.
Matthew McConaughey, and then I think, yeah, bro, hard, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, every
that
season
dude-
of that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
They're saying that this is like Green Lanterns meets True Detectives, so that's promising, and that's something, you know what I'm saying, you could not do in a movie. In this way, the cosmic concepts are more grounded in a fairly relatable scope. You know, it's gonna be based on Earth, but obviously, you know, even if the cops and robbers are intergalactic lawmen and space aliens, you know what I'm saying? There's also the fact that these stories are going to be on TV and they're going to take place on Earth in the city. And if there's any criticism of mine, that's the only one, is that they're talking about doing this. This is going to be more of like an Earth-based cop movie, where I think with Green Lantern it should be a space-based Guardians of the Galaxy-esque
Straight
type
up,
cop movie.
straight
It
up,
should
Rio,
it should
100.
Or they're going for that
100%. It
angle
shouldn't
that
take place nowhere on Earth. Shouldn't take place nowhere on Earth. Period. Point blank.
maybe
It
they're
should get
going
maybe
for
one
that.
episode on Earth, but other
Yeah,
than that,
right.
straight up in space. Straight
yeah,
up.
they make it like Men in Black,
Yeah, I mean, touch on Earth, but
basically like a Men in Black
right.
scenario. It's how they
Mm-mm.
probably
Mm-mm.
push it.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
that might
Gotta
be
go
what
to
they're gonna
space.
do. It's
Gotta
not
visit
what I would
different alien
prefer.
races.
I
Yeah,
would
exactly.
Gotta visit
yeah,
different
I
alien
would
races. Gotta go to space. Gotta have somebody that can take
different
on the
planets
Green
and shit.
Lantern a little bit. Yeah, different planets. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you gotta think the aliens in space, they know about Green Lanterns, and some of them will try to take on the Green. They know how, like Green Lanterns die if they're not
Yeah,
careful. Yeah,
yeah,
so you gotta kind of put that aspect in there too, that they're not all that invincible. Like they're still, at the end of the day, they're still vulnerable to common things like knife stabbings or bullets. But if they don't watch themselves and the power level of their ring and things like that, they can die. Like I've
yeah,
seen
Hmm.
the most unique ring is the one by JoJo. She has a ring that, as long as she doesn't use it, it just recharges itself. So she doesn't have to put in a lantern every 24 hours. It's
yeah,
just that when she stops using it, it just automatically recharges. It does that because she's so far on the edge of space, she can't get to the main battery to recharge. Her
Mm.
lantern, or her ring as regularly as the other guys. So they made a special ring for her that recharges itself. The only weakness is that when she uses it, it drains like everybody else's. But in order to recharge it, she has to stop using it. And the longer she stops using it, the more
Yeah,
charge it gets.
she has to
So
wait.
you got to remember, right? You got to remember, you could be fighting, you could be in the middle of a whatever, and you could be down to
yeah.
like 20%. And then you got to be like, oh, damn, and the ring will tell you, like, yo, we down to 20%, my man. Like, we're all talk. What we
Hmm.
going to do?
Yeah,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
We
Like,
got to
yeah,
bounce.
yeah, like
Regroup.
we got to do something. Like, you better end
You
this,
gotta go heal up. Yeah, you gotta go post
right?
up
And the
and heal
more,
up.
right, the more constructs you use, the longer you hold it, the bigger your constructs are, the more power that it has to use in order to, make these things happen. So
Hmm.
that's the dope part. They have to focus on the ring. There's no way you can do it and only focus on the character. It's like doing a Star Trek movie or a TV show and you don't say nothing about the Enterprise. Nothing. You have to, because that's
Right.
the ship in which they travel.
Yeah,
That's Enterprise is a
Yeah,
character on
I
the show. So
mean
the ring is a character on the show.
yeah, yeah,
the ring, but so is and so is Oa, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
other shit that's the sector and all of that Greenland. I mean, and then you have
Sinestro.
the new gods, right? The new gods is
Yeah,
Sinestro and all of them. But the DCEU did try to establish the new gods. We had Darkseid, and they just sort of botched it. The Snyder
yeah,
cut was cool, but Darkseid's only appearance being basically a cameo in Justice League just doesn't
He
cut
didn't
it.
look
See,
like
with a TV
he didn't
show,
look
with a
like
show
Dark
like
Side.
Lanterns,
Yeah, he didn't act
you
like
can
Dark
more
Side.
organically build them up as a major threat, introducing him like as a legion of evil gods, right? And having
yeah,
the new gods and all of them, you know what I mean? All the different ones, all the
yeah.
different,
Oh,
high
yeah.
fathers and all of that. And
It's sort of
by doing
right.
things that way, DC is not seen as imitating Marvel, and they're hyped for Thanos because Darkseid just looks like Thanos. Oh, they're just doing a Thanos. It's not the case. If you if you put it together and make it the new gods, then he's not Thanos at all.
He's way
Conversely,
more
the
powerful.
Lord of
Made
Way
by
more
the same
powerful.
Apocalypse is
dude, though.
actually
Way
uh,
more powerful than
Made by
Thanos. Way
Kirby,
more.
so it
well,
doesn't
yeah,
Yeah, he's way more powerful than Thanos. Like when they had that scene where he was fighting all the Amazons and Greenland, Darkseid can manipulate his size. So all he got to do is jump out the ship. He can grow it about, I don't know, the size of Godzilla, and start shooting Omega beams and be like, all right, what y'all gonna do with this? They literally Can't do anything with that. And the
Mhm.
closer he is to the source wall, the stronger he is.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Like he
Mhm.
is literally a living God, just like High Father. Now that's why High Father and the rest of them
Mhm.
can take him on because they're pretty much similar in power.
Yeah.
But people like Flash, Superman, Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
Darkseid,
They.
give 'em, yeah, Darkseid gives them a run for their money.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
he just
Oh, yeah, they can't do nothing with him by themselves.
no.
But
I just.
and then we've got the older Golden Age lanterns. You've got Alan Scott,
Yeah,
and he has very little to do with the Lantern Corps. His rings powers are magic. He's a whole
magic.
different
Yeah,
kind of Green Lantern,
magic.
but
Yeah,
he
Wow.
and the other members of the Justice Society of America are major heroes in DC Comics. And since the idea of legacy is a big part of this new DCU cinematic universe, it's important to establish that there was a previous generation of heroes. Trying to shoehorn Alan Scott's backstory into a movie, is a lot. Again, it would just come off like a mention, or something like that. But
Yeah.
with a show, you could really delve into that character, and we could get to know get to know them, and from there he could appear in the past, or modern day, or he could be a member of the JSA or whatever.
Yeah.
um and again, the different colors of the lanterns, like in the Green Lantern movie that we do not talk about, there was just a little mention of like the yellow shit, but there's
Parallax.
a yeah, parallax. There's a whole lot of different colors, right? Though, of rings and shit, and forces or whatever. And
yeah.
so just calling the show Lanterns and not calling it Green Lanterns is probably for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They could definitely introduce other cores, tied to the other emotional spectrums. You've got the Sinestro core, the Blue Lanterns, the Star Sapphires, and these are definitely now central parts of the franchise. And ignoring them, I think, is a big mistake, especially because fans of that shit are gonna be like, "Hey, where's all this?" And this stuff doesn't even make sense without that.
Yeah, because
And if
don't
nothing else,
forget black. You got black lanterns.
right,
You got red. I think you got red, black,
right,
indigo. You got a bunch of
Oh,
different
a
colors.
whole lot,
Yeah,
yeah,
a
whole
lot.
spectrum.
Yeah.
And then you got the one guy who rocks
Orange. Oh,
all
don't
of them.
forget orange. Don't forget orange. You got Laz.
Hmm.
Laz is like a fan favorite. If they do this
Hmm.
show and they put Laz in there, that'll blow it out the water.
They've hinted
That'll
at
really blow it
having
out the water. Yeah, because he got white
atrocious,
on him. Atrocitus. Don't forget Atrocitus. Don't forget white.
atrocitus, and
Yeah,
Red
don't forget
Lanterns
white.
might be hinted at for future appearances in
You
the
gotta
show
do
so far.
Atrocitus, man. Gotta
Hmm.
do Atrocitus in the Red Lanterns. You got to.
yeah.
There's no way you can do it without doing them because they're an integral part of things that go on in the universe because theirs is all rage. It all
Yeah.
works off of rage. It all
They.
works off of just rage. And then he has his cat. His cat is a damn lantern with a ring. So
Hmm.
that's interesting to see. Mhm. And don't forget, Atrocitus is a big menacing guy like this.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But would love to see Atrocitus make a TV debut.
That'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
That'd be dope.
Lies would be another one. Lies would be another one I would love to see him make a TV debut. Lies is like straight
Our
fan
fleet.
favorite.
Our fleets. Yeah.
Blackest
Yeah,
Day, Brightest Night, Blackest Night, Brightest Day was
Jeff
a
yeah.
crazy good story.
Don't forget the
Yeah.
Black Lanterns. Yeah, when everybody died and came back as Black Lanterns. Don't forget all of that too.
Yep, Jeff
You got
Johns'
White
New
Lanterns. You got
52
Violet.
Lantern
You
is
got Blue.
phenomenal.
Yeah, 52. Yeah, you got Yellow. You got White. Don't forget the White Lanterns. And then you got to remember each ring, each one can take out another one. So like uh yellow and green cancel each other out.
Yeah.
And then you got the other colors that cancel each other out. So like it all depends on what two colors you got going against each other.
Hmm.
Night terrors.
Yeah, that's that
But
Green Lantern.
Yeah.
green is the strongest one out of all of them. Green is the strongest. Green is the
Yeah, the
strongest.
will.
Yeah.
Willpower is the strongest. That is the strongest out of all.
Well, y'all, it's 5 minutes to 9, man. We about to wrap it up. We had a dope little party, man. We about to call it a night, but we'll be
Yes.
back. We might. Don't hold me to it. We might come back Wednesday because we might talk about Ahsoka, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get off work. But for the most part. But we'll definitely be back Saturday. Y'all already know every Monday, Saturday, 7 p.m. You can find us here. Please leave a comment in the comment section. If you just came in, rewind this shit, ponder replay, watch it again. It's fucking dope. Yeah,
Leave a
man.
comment, please.
And
Leave a like
leave that.
and a
Please leave
comment
that
for the
comment.
algorithm. See, that's what gets us. That's the
Yeah,
like
man.
and
We
the
need
comment.
that. We
That's
need
what
that.
gets us. Yeah, we need that for the algorithm.
Hey,
We need
Yeah,
that.
we need that for the algorithm. Yeah,
We need that.
Y'all like and comment.
But it's like this,
Whatever
though.
we do. All right.
You know what I mean?
And if y'all
Yeah,
ordered
man.
your trouble bubbles, it may be coming this week.
Yeah. I hope you got
Oh,
your
the
trouble
trouble.
bubble.
I didn't get one, man. Did y'all get one? Did y'all get a trouble bubble?
Oh man, I got two. Had to. Cause you know they come with a black guy head and a white guy head, so you got to get two
I
of them
seen that. I thought.
and have one
I
of each.
thought I was. Yeah, I thought I was tripping when I saw that.
Yeah.
But no, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I got
Two of
three of them bad boys.
You got three,
You got
yeah,
three of 'em?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I know people that got a bunch of them, bro. It's
I want to know what bank you robbed. Damn.
you should $55.
All I got is Sergeant Slaughter coming. I just got Sergeant Slaughter coming, man.
Man, I
Sergeant
just,
Slaughter.
you know what just shipped out? And this is crazy because these are not even available in the US right now, but you can get them at Return of the Nerd Star Wars on Instagram. My man just sent me.
Yes.
Already shipped it. Firefly, Tunnel Rat, Low Light, and the Snow Serpent is already on the way to my house, bro. And my homeboys already got them. They already showing pictures.
Yeah. He's on Instagram. Heavy.
Yeah. So go check him out, man. He got all the shit that ain't available in the US yet. And he's not charging. He's not charging. If that shit is $24.99 here, he charging $27.99.
Yeah.
Like $3.
Instagram is what? I got to go in there and get that.
Return of the Nerd Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
That's what it is, right? That's what it is.
Yeah, Return of the Nerd Star Wars. Yep.
Okay. Oh, you ordered one on there, Raw Talk?
Yeah. I checked them out. I'm texting back and forth because there's certain other things that I need from them.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I'm like, I want to see if we can get some stuff that I missed.
Bro, check it out. That's my shit packaged up. He got it packaged up. He showed me the shit. Showed me pictures of it, videos.
Yeah, he ain't no
video.
He ain't playing around here.
Nah. He's legit. But like I said, man, I got a bunch of homies who've already gotten their stuff from him. So he's 100% legit. I totally recommend
we
it.
just need him to be legit. That's it.
Right, these are ready to be sent out tomorrow. We got good evening to you, sir. Right, these are ready to be sent out tomorrow. We got Tunnel Rat, Low Light, the Sniper. We've got Firefly. Over here, this one is the best one. We've got Snow Serpent, Beast. Right, so I'll get the pictures sent to you, and then once they're shipped, I will give you the invoice information. Okay, my friend. Good.
What more can you ask for, dog?
Yeah, he's definitely
an older guy. Is he an older guy?
Yeah. He's a Joe head as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I know he's trying to, like, because he knows everybody here is suffering. Like, all the stuff gets pushed out there.
It's not fair.
Does he have a store? Does he have a store on there or something like that? What the fuck is going on?
Probably. I as far as I know, he's doing it from,
Yeah, so if you go to his Instagram page, and you go to his bio, there's a link there, and it goes to the thing, and you click like halfway down the page, you click the main like square that's right there. I'm trying to think how it goes, and then then you pretty much just scroll down and you can see everything that he's got for sale.
At first, he was doing nothing but Star Wars. That's hence the name, the Star Wars.
Oh, the Star Wars. Okay.
Yeah, he was just doing Star Wars.
And then he seen that there was a need for Joe, and he jumped right on it. And been running ever since.
We need somebody like that, man, because the bootleg is just killing us right now, bro. I mean,
well, he's like this. He's out there in Taiwan.
The way he's doing it is sweet, but the way the bootleg
he's in Taiwan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta rock with these guys.
Yeah, you go on Chuckle. You go on eBay. Chuckles is sold out on Hasbro Pulse, but they're all on eBay. They're all on eBay for $80
too. I think he
Oh,
had
yeah.
Chuckles too at some point.
Yeah, you can get Chuckles. I think you can get. Let me see who he got. I'll tell you, he got on there right now.
Trying to see if I can get the Baroness and the twins.
Do he have
I
them?
need the Baroness. I need a Baroness. I need a Baroness. I definitely need a Baroness.
Oh, you need the original Baroness?
Yeah, but
I got the long hair Baroness.
classified. I got the classified Baroness.
I
Yeah.
check this.
The long hair one. That's the one I got.
Oh, you have the one with the bike, right?
The long hair one. Nah, she didn't come with a bike. She came with the card back, I think.
Oh, so you don't have
Card back
the
one is dope.
I'll show you.
I don't have no Baroness at all. Every time I try to go find one, I can never find one. Like, I can't find Baroness. I can't find Major Blood. None of that, bro.
Dang. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I like her because she looked like the '80s cartoon.
Yeah, it's dope, bro.
Okay.
He got the Crimson Viper for $27 right now. I mean, he got all, and he got all the, like, he got Scrap Iron and Copperhead and Shipwreck and Rock and Roll, but he got the new Firefly that's not available in the US till November. Low Light not available till November. Tunnel Rat November. Grunt. None of these are out yet, and he's got them all right now, $27. He's got the new
Snow Serpent. Yep.
Do we got Rock and Roll? Because I need Rock and
Yeah,
Roll.
he got Rock and Roll.
Yeah, that's one of the original Joes that I need.
He got the new Alley Viper with the red and black. He got Snow Job.
Yeah.
He got the ice. He got the ice. Oh shit, he got the ice bat right now. He didn't have that last time I checked. He got the 27.
Oh, I'll take that.
That's crazy. He got the Crimson Guard card back for 33 because that shit is phenomenal. Oh damn, the Snow Job is only 33.
Yep.
That's crazy. The prices are crazy, y'all. And like I said, I know for a fact he's legit. Like, I know people personally that have gotten their stuff from him. Multiple's gotten multiple stuff.
I'm gonna try
and
out.
I've talked to him personally.
Yeah, as soon as his package come, I'm gonna pull it out right. I'll be like, check out what I just got. Let's go. I'm gonna try him out.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna order something off of there tonight.
Yeah, and check it if y'all got a Ollie's near y'all. If anybody got a Ollie's near them, they need G.I. Joes. They selling them for $4.99. They got the Dusty, Zarana, and some of the Crimson Guard.
Word.
Yes.
$4.99.
Yeah, man.
But it's like this though. I'm tired of folks, you know what I'm saying? Them closed-minded folks, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got to
Man, we got it. But yeah, y'all, we got to wrap it up. But thank y'all for coming out, man. God bless you. Good night.
Peace out, everybody.
Be safe, y'all, man. I'll see y'all Saturday.
Peace.
All right, peace.
Peace out.